What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the shop. It's been a minute. I jumped the gun on this project. I went to the what they call the 21 yard sale, and I didn't go to but one, man. And there was a Coleman lantern sitting there, and you can see I've got plenty, but this one was a little different. And I took a picture of it. I come out here to the shop, but I jumped the gun. I went ahead and took it apart. But we're going to start the video here. If you want to know how to take apart this lantern, I've done videos in the past. If I remember, I'll put a description in the link, a link in the description, and you can use those same instructions to tear this lantern apart. But we're going to start from here, and what I found, and it's not in the best shape, but I had to get it, and I have to try to save it, is this. And you can see, I don't even know if I can polish this back to anything, but we're going to try to save it. And what's weird, bottom, it's pretty good, it's all right, but it's good and clear down inside the fountain. But this is a Burgundy. The top ain't in the best of shape, but it's the high top, and this is what it'll, something like that. But it is a Burgundy for sure. The date on the lantern is 4 of 1962, so it's later. Was about, I know 11 of 62 is not a Burgundy, so it's one of the later models Burgundy. But I'm going to try to do something to this, and we're going to make it look pretty. And see, I got me a little tub of parts. The see, looks a little crusty, but the collar's not in too bad a shape. But there was rust all down in the pump. Let's see, where is the pump? Right here. Yeah. See? So it's going to need some love, and we're just going to try. And but it did have a good globe on it. So what I gave for it is worth the globe, if nothing else works. And here's a bad part. Now this is pretty crusty. You see the top of that? I mean, it's crusty. But this piece is broken. And I don't know if I'll be able to fix this or not. I was going to see if I had another one of these style frames laying around here, and I don't know if I do or not. And I didn't know if maybe I could take and maybe somehow put a pop rivet in it, but that ain't going to work. And I'll tell you why. Pop rivets are aluminum. That's a lot of heat, and it's not going to do nothing but melt the aluminum out of it. So push come to shove, we may have to get a new frame or a different frame. But all it is where the handle holds, and I don't like it being that way. We're going, first things first. Before I went, and I thought, well, go and order a bunch of parts or a frame, or try to find a frame. The main thing is we got to see if this holds pressure. So that's where we're going to start. We're going to clean up this brass, clean up this tank, and we're going to go from there, man. All right, let's see what we can do, man. Well, man, I've got parts boiling out here, and I figured I'd start working on the fountain. I think it's looking a little better. I mean, it's not going to be perfect. This lantern was in rough shape, but I believe I done washed it before I even brought it out here. Washed it in the sink with the dishwash and all, and cleaned it out inside. And I just used some quick glow on it. And I used a rag and did it first, and then I went back over it with some 4/0 steel wool. No pressure, just touched it like that. And because maybe if I took just a tiny taste of the paint off the top, the dead paint, I thought it might bring it back a little better. I figure next I'll just hit it with some turtle wax, and after that I believe that's going to be as good as I can get it. I am not going to repaint it, of course. I mean, because after you repaint it, it is the burgundy, and to me it's not a, I don't know, they only made them 2 years, so it's still a 200 lantern, 200A, whatever, but you want to preserve that burgundy. And if this is all I've got of it left, then I'm just going to try to preserve whatever I have left. I'd never paint one of these rare lanterns, because after you do that, now it's just a painted lantern. It could be any lantern that's painted burgundy, but this is the burgundy, so we're going to save it the best we can, and hopefully we can get it running. I'd like to see it run. All right, man, I'll be back. All right, I'm back, man. I've got us to where we can test for pressure. I've cleaned the check valve. Sounds good. Somebody's here. Everything's looking okay. I put a new leather on my pump. Got it soaking in oil. This is where I've got with the fount. So, I'll be right back. All right, let's get this check valve put in. Put a little oil. You don't want to put too much on it. We just want to lock it in, just like that. Just make sure it's good and locked in. All right. Check valves in. See if I can see. Alright, and even though I cleaned the stem, if you'll notice, I did not take and try to get off the factory paint. I always left the factory paint on it because I think it's cool, you know what I mean? We want that to travel with it as long as it can. Now this is the bummer. When I got this lantern, it came with this fuel cap. I wished it had the original fuel cap, of course, but it don't. So we're going to go with what we got. What came with it, we're going to go with it. And it's always a good idea to put your little parts in something. You know, I'm going to hit this with the Dremel real quick. Every little detail, even the little screw, polishing the little screw head a little bit, you know, it adds to the flavor. I've done put a new gasket on the fuel cap. Darla's in the shop. Hey, Darla. Hey, here. Everybody remember Darla? Come to check on me. Pretty day out here, man. We're leaving the door open today in the shop. It's been so hot lately. Now, I've had this new pump leather soaking in some neat's foot oil. I let it soak real good and get real oily, but I always tap it off. I don't want a bunch of glob of oil down in my pump. But I do want to oil it good. Make sure it's got good oil on it. Number one, that oil will get in this tubing and coat it a little bit whenever I push it in and out, and you know, where it's been sitting so long. Let's see here. You know, let me hit that real quick. Alright. Turn it. This way. My clip's still out there. I even put the clip in, bolted in a little citric acid. But this will be enough for us to tell. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this. The cap gasket's on. I'm going to cover this valve hole. I'm going to hold this on like this. We're going to pump it, and when I release my finger, let me put this up where you can see a little bit. When I release my finger, we're listening to see if it's going to hold pressure. You hear it? Oh yeah, that's always a good sign. Alright, so now we're to this stage. So far so good. Alright, I'll be back and we'll see what happens next. Alright, man, coming right along. I've got everything about ready to see if we can get it to do anything. You know, I've got it back this far. Let's see if I can straighten this generator out just a little bit. Anyway, the burner frame with this piece missing, it's gonna stink, and I'm gonna look for another one. So I cleaned it, but I didn't like really go hard on it. I did the brass and stuff. It's ready to go. I got a lot of the rust off of it, but I done put some fuel in it. Let's see here. Come on, man. There it is. Get down in there. Let's polish this nut up just a little bit. Right. The Burgundy. Come on there. There it goes. These lanterns come apart. It's a lot harder to clean the rust off of it than it is to take them apart and put them back together, that's for sure. Alright. So there you go. Now, a little fuel in it. I've done checked that generator. And we're getting airflow. Everything seems to be working. So we're just going to see if we can get some blue flame out right here before we go any further. We should be able to. Alright. Use the torch. Alright, let's see what it does. Just give it the old we'll wait till you hear it gurgle. Hearing it gurgle. That means there's fuel made it all the way up through the system. It takes a minute. I mean, we've been through it, you know. Wait there, don't get excited if you do one of these and it don't light right off the bat. Got to give it time to get up in there. Look at that. See? Confident it'll burn. Really good that time. Tell you what, so confident it's going to burn. I'm going to go ahead and put us use one of these Colemans. Let me see here. Just looking to see if I had any open. Well, I got the Peerless open, you know, why not? Just go ahead and throw a Peerless on it. Now that's confidence. Let's go ahead and put one of my good ones on it. No way, not that. There we go. Double knot. Snip our strings. All right. Go ahead and pressure it up real good. It's pretty good. I'm just going to get it good and pressurized. Hang on a minute, this is a waste of time on the video. I'll be right back. And I left my check valve open and I lost pressure. That's what was going on. But I knew it was going to run. I was like, what in the world, something's up. But that's what it was. I didn't close off my check valve. I was losing a lot of pressure. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? A little WD-40 on this sticker. I believe they put a sticker on top of this thing. Oh. Oil burn off. I just don't want that sticky stuff on there. Mean green. Shine it up the best we can, a little bit. Just want to dip it in this water to clean it off too. Then dry it off again. Now I ain't going to put the guard on it right now. our Burgundy. Like I say, I am going to get the oops, where'd you go? I am going to get a new burner cage, because I don't know how. JB Weld, I don't think is the answer. I do, luckily I do got the piece, but one of the pieces just broke away. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna fix it. I don't know. If I can fix this, I will. If not, I'll see if I can find me a used burner frame. Look on over there, Old Coleman Parts, OCP. It's a great place. I source there all the time. So if you're in need of something, that's a good starting place. But all right, man, I appreciate you being in the shop with me, going on this little Burgundy journey. It's pretty cool. It looks like it's going to run good. And remember, if you tear one apart, you see how much trouble I had getting it going that first time. But now you can see, you get that everything back in the system, and she'll roll. All right, man. Peace out. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for subscribing to the channel too, man. All the cats that subscribe to my channel, I appreciate you. And all right, take care, man.